Here's the first test, and you can run it tonight. Tell her a small piece of bad news, not a tragedy, something ordinary. The car needs a repair you didn't budget for, a problem at work that follows you home. And then say nothing, and watch her very first move. A woman who loves you moves toward the problem. Her first sentence is a question or a plan. What did the mechanic actually say? Okay, what do we do? A woman who doesn't will give you sympathy words. That's terrible, poor you, and then change the subject within 2 minutes. Sympathy is free. Involvement costs. Love always shows up on the expensive side. That's test 1, and it's the easiest of the 5. They get harder to fake as we go, and the last one is the strangest of all, because it happens in the middle of a fight, and it looks like the exact opposite of love. Most men read it backwards and walk away from the one woman who actually loved them. Stay for that one. Test 2, the silence test. This one you don't even have to set up, just stop filling the air. Next time you're in the car together or across a table, let a real silence happen and don't rescue it. Now watch what her body does. A woman who's comfortable being loved by you treats silence like a room she lives in. She settles into it. Shoulders down, no reaching for the phone. Maybe her hand finds you without a word. A woman who's performing a relationship treats silence like a fire alarm. She fills it within seconds. Small talk, a joke, anything. Because for her, quiet is where the pretending becomes audible. Psychologists who study attachment call this being able to co-regulate. 2 nervous systems calming each other without a single word. You can't fake a nervous system. Her words can lie to you all day. Her shoulders in a quiet car cannot. Test 3, the inconvenience test. Ask her for a small favor that costs her something. Not money, friction. Can you pick this up? It's 20 minutes out of your way. Can you help me with this boring thing on Saturday morning? Here's the mechanism underneath it. Love, in the research, doesn't look like grand gestures. It looks like a quiet willingness to absorb small costs, over and over, without keeping score. So don't watch whether she says yes. Almost everyone says yes. Watch the invoice. A woman who loves you does the inconvenient thing and never mentions it again. It just disappears into the relationship. A woman who doesn't love you does the same favor and then files it. It comes back later, in an argument, on a list, as leverage. Remember when I drove across town for you? Same favor, completely different transaction. Love absorbs costs. Everything else itemizes them. Test 4, the detail test. This one takes 2 weeks and 1 sentence. Mention something small once in passing and never bring it up again. That you've been sleeping badly. That there's a decision at work you're circling. That you miss doing something you used to do. Then wait. A woman who loves you is running a background process on your life. The detail comes back. 2 weeks later, there's a question. Did you ever decide about the job thing? Or the thing you missed shows up one Saturday, arranged, without an announcement. She wasn't taking notes to impress you. Your life is simply part of what her mind maintains. A woman who doesn't love you isn't cruel. You're just not in the maintenance schedule. The detail falls through every time because storage is involuntary. Attention goes where love already is. You cannot remember someone you've stopped caring. And test 5, the one I promised, the fight test. Because the truth is, you learn almost nothing about her love when things are good. Everyone loves you on vacation. The information is in the conflict. So here it is, and burn this in. Watch what she aims at when she's angry. A woman who loves you attacks the problem. It sounds like this. What you did last night hurt me. I hate how we handled that. It's loud, it's uncomfortable. It might ruin the evening. And every sentence of it is about a behavior, a moment, a thing that can be fixed. A woman who's done loving you attacks the structure. It sounds quieter and it cuts deeper. This is just who you are. You'll never change. Why do I even bother? Researchers who can predict divorce with over 90% accuracy will tell you the single darkest signal isn't shouting. It's contempt. The eye roll, the sneer, the verdict about your character instead of your choices. So here's the part most men get backwards. A woman who fights you hard about specific things is still fighting for the relationship. The heat you're flinching from is investment. The evening she stops bringing things up, goes quiet and pleasant, and lets everything slide, that's not peace, and it's not love finally maturing. That's the fight leaving the building. If she still argues about the thing you did, she still believes in the man you are. Read the target, not the volume. So that's the full instrument panel. Bad news, does she move toward it? Silence, does she live in it? Inconvenience, does she absorb it or invoice it? The detail, does it come back? And the fight, does she aim at the problem or at you? One test alone proves nothing. Anyone can have a tired week, but run all 5 over a month, honestly, without announcing them. And you won't have a feeling anymore. You'll have data. And one warning, because it matters. These tests only work if you'd pass them yourself. A man who checks whether he's loved while giving nothing back isn't testing her. He's wasting her. Comment which test surprised you the most and which one you're afraid to run. Subscribe because this is part of a series on reading what she'll never say out loud. And the next chapter, the signs she's losing interest, including the final sign that feels like love and means it's over, is on your screen right now. I'll see you there.